Hope everyone can hear me okay. President and Vice Chancellor, Professor Zhang, Vice Chancellor, Teaching and Learning, Professor Ian Holliday, honorable guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hong Kong U's International Virtual Forum in Teaching and Learning 2020. I'm Cecilia Chen from the Center for the Enhancement of Teaching and Learning, the chair of this forum. I hope you're all well. Let me first begin by saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from Hong Kong, wherever you are. I'm absolutely delighted to receive more than 1,200 participants registered from every corner of the world. We have participants from Australia, China, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Ireland, Lebanon, Macau, Malaysia, New Zealand, Pakistan, Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, UK, United States, UAE, and Vietnam. And I hope I didn't miss any other regions. But you're all very welcome, and I'm delighted to have you here with us. I want to take this opportunity to thank all our esteemed presenters and our students for your valuable time. And I would also like to thank CETL staff for their hard work. Just want to mention some quick housekeeping notes. All participants will be muted during the forum. If you have comments or questions, please communicate with us via the Q&A function first. When there's time for Q&A, we'll pick up the questions from there. This forum will be recorded and shared on our website afterwards. So if you do not wish to be shown in the recording, you may want to turn off your camera, and that's for the panelists. So without further ado, let us now invite our President and our Vice Chancellor, Professor Zhang, for his opening speech. Professor Zhang, thank you very much.
Students, good afternoon. Welcome to this International Virtual Forum. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Hong Kong U's Center for Enhancement of Teaching and Learning for organizing this forum with speakers, guests, and audience from all over the world. I gather that we have over 1,100 participants from at least 15 countries and regions have registered. So let me welcome you all. You have to agree that education is rapidly changing on a global scale. Education 4.0 means that many of our students will likely to be working in careers that do not exist now. And educators must engage students to ensure that they acquire the core competence for an increasing complex world. Under the current COVID-19 crisis, we have accelerated the change process by rapidly adopting new innovations and technologies to improve teaching and learning experiences. At the same time, we understand that the human side of education, compassion and kindness, must remain central to all our efforts. In less than a year, we at Hong Kong U have swiftly adapted to online and flexible learning. Now, we are undertaking dual mode teaching with some students returning to campus for face-to-face learning. We are keenly aware of the challenges both students and teachers are facing and are providing all the support we can. Our colleagues have pioneered many innovations, as you will see in today's virtual forum. We thank the academic leaders and online learning specialists from across the globe who have generously contributed their time and expertise. The spirit of open sharing across borders is truly inspiring. A bit later, Professor Ian Holliday will also chat with Hong Kong U student representatives. This will be a great opportunity for us to explore issues from the learner's perspective. We hope to be partners with students as we develop our online teaching and learning. Through open partnerships with students, faculty, and peers from leading universities, we will continue to learn from each other and advance innovations in teaching and learning. Let me wish you every success as we continue to make contributions to higher education in Hong Kong and making impact around the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your opening remarks, Professor Zhang. And while we have you in the spotlight, our colleagues from Hong Kong U and the participants around the world would love to hear more from you. And in our next session, we have invited the Director of CETL, Dr. Susan Bridges, to converse with the President. Dr. Susan Bridges and Professor Zhang, please.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. Professor Zhang, great to have this nice informal conversation with you. We've got a few minutes to have a wonderful opportunity to hear your thoughts in teaching and learning in these challenging times. So first of all, a strategic picture. Given the current global shift in higher education, which strategic directions do you see us taking to achieve Hong Kong U's vision of becoming Asia's global university?
Well, that's a very good question. As you know that we and many our sister institutions are going through a very tough time in COVID-19, and many of our students, teachers are doing online. Now, I guess at the same time, these challenges offers opportunities. And I believe for Hong Kong U to be a world-leading university, there are a couple of things we have to really focus on. And whether in good time or bad time, we have to continue focus on those issues. First, we have to recruit and retain the top scholars to come to Hong Kong U from all over the world. And this is very essential. A great university is not because of their beautiful campus or stylish facility, but it is because of the scholars and teachers. So this is the first and most important, that we have to build our academic excellence in the scholarship and so on. And also at the same time, we have to ensure the highest quality of our students, both at undergraduate level and graduate level. Now this, I would say every university would try to do, but this is even challenging at this time, where students and parents have more choices right now between online and other part of learning process. Some of students actually going on YouTube and learn things, and then we usually cannot acquire from the classroom. So this also presents challenge how we can maintain our attractiveness to best students to come to Hong Kong U. And once we have these two groups of excellent scholars and students, and we have to provide the supporting environment, makes them to feel this is a very stimulating, a very welcoming environment to learn and to study, to create knowledge. And third, I'd like to mention is the innovation. Now, teaching and learning plus research, these two frontiers are traditional university business. And I believe that innovation is how we can take the knowledge we learn or we created in the laboratory or in the classroom, that we can translate this knowledge into actions that impact the society, benefit the society through innovation. So so-called translational research and exploration. So this part, I think it will be worthwhile to introduce that into our curriculum and also our education system. So our students not only come to university to acquire the knowledge, but also to learn how to create the knowledge and how to apply the knowledge or translate knowledge in the real life. So these are the areas I believe will be important for Hong Kong U as we strive to be the world leading university. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think your concept of students as co-creators of knowledge fits very well with our students as partners theme today. My next question, what do you think Hong Kong U specifically can learn from our experience with online teaching and learning?
Hong Kong U has been really leaders in the e-learning for many years, but the recent event really push us or force us to go online for the whole semester, actually more than a semester now. So we have learned a lot. I would say the teachers now have to learn the different technologies and to be more effective and to compare various of online tools. The student, of course, they probably have more flexibility. They can learn at anywhere, any places, but at the same time, how they can be more concentrated on the subject. The other thing is how students can interact among themselves. In the classroom, we all know that when student asks a question, there is much more interactive process among teachers and students, and also among students themselves. But now, this can be a little challenge because everybody is individually, face the camera and so on. So, but I guess this is what we have to open our mind and to learn more that, what are the new mode of interactions. Some of the teachers may open office hours online, and the student also have a group learning through the Zoom. That could be also, effective. But generally, I think, one of the things I heard from our teachers that is a little bit surprising, positive, that some of the students, usually they are shy to ask questions at the classroom, typical classroom. Now, some of them are open to ask questions online because they can be invisible sometimes if they ask, just type up the questions. So that will be interesting to see. But I guess we have probably more challenges than, so far, the things we get surprising positive. But again, this e-learning or online learning, that whether you like or not, this will be a worldwide trend, even after COVID, I believe. We're going to compete with the traditional classroom with the online learning. Whether you find it's voluntarily you have to face it, or you are forced to do that because a certain crisis like COVID-19 that we just have no way to teach in the regular classroom. But fortunately now, everybody back to the classroom. Well, not everybody, I'm sorry. Actually, some of the students back to the classroom this semester. So we have a dual mode that students choose to remain online, that they continue to do so. So that provides the flexibility to our learners.
Sure. It's the challenge of interaction in all these different modalities is certainly something. As you say, there are some new affordances, but there are also challenges. And as we've moved into dual mode, that's another challenge for our very creative and adaptive teachers and students. So my final question is, what are your messages of encouragement for our academics and students across Hong Kong U as we move forward in these uncertain times?
I want to take this opportunity to thank our teachers and students for their patience and resilience to pull through this, a very difficult time. Nobody, wants such a situation, but I guess we're not only university are facing the challenge in our teaching and learning, but around the world. I guess my message to our students and teachers are, let's stay focused. And we want, to make the online education a great success. And only you work together, teachers and students, to make every effort and use your creativity, use your imagination to make this process as enjoyable, as productive as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Professor Zhang, thank you very much for sharing your time and thoughts with us. We're really glad to know you're able to stay for some of today's forum. So let me now hand back to Dr. Cecilia Xiang, our forum program chair. Thank you again. Great to have the conversation.
Thank you.